Good morning and God bless you, class. How are you all? Class, today I'm with lesson number 9 from chapter 2, and today we will start a new chapter, a new debate, new discovery about classification of plants and animals. You know, there's a great diversity of living things existing on Earth, and scientists have discovered and classified about 2 million species of living organisms. And there are million more which have yet to be discovered or have become extinct. Why do we need to classify living things? We have 4 genuine reasons for it. First of all, we have a universal system that we name them, which are applied all over the world. Then classification always organizes the objects. Like if we are classifying living things, that gives us organized way to study them. Then we also study about the interactions between those existing living organisms. And classification is done always on the basis of few very important or salient characteristics or features. Sometimes we classify organisms on the basis of their anatomy, like what are their shapes and what body structures they are having, then the level of development, then their life cycles, then their evolutionary history, how they evolve with the passage of time. And the very important characteristic on which plays a very important role in classification of organisms, that's genome or their DNA or RNA information or structure study. That's the genetic material of all the living organisms. Then we have to select some of or very important characteristic to classify them. And we have 8 different taxonomic groups. First, we classify them as an species. Then we decide its genus. Then we assign a family to it. Then order. Then the bigger is class. Then comes a phylum. And finally, kingdom. You know, all the living organisms are classified in 2 kingdoms, plant kingdoms and animal kingdoms. And they are further, if we go reverse, they are further divided in phylums, then classes, then order, then family, then genus and species. And with the help of this taxonomic classification, we learn about all the features and properties of a living organism. We take an example of human being, which is classified on the basis of this format, taxonomic classification. Like as in a species, the human is Homo sapiens. Then its genus is Homo. Its family is hominids, then primates, then class is mammals, then phylum is chordates, and finally the kingdom is animal. You have to learn all these taxonomic groups, which is in right order. Now today's task is, are you a wise man? You have to Google it. Believe me, this is very exciting. I end up my lecture here with a hope that you will be understanding the topic well with the help of this video lesson and your textbook reading and this Google activity. God bless you, class. Take care.